Alright, so we are back once again, and this time we're doing a Halloween tutorial. So, first things first, you won't need these until later. You don't have to put them in yet. You'll get some. I also have some other stuff. I'll take some pictures and put them in this once I'm done. It's gonna be great. But today we are doing a werewolf tutorial for Halloween, and we will be using this makeup palette and some face paint, grease paint. You will get both of these. It is a-okay. But for right now, we will start off with our base, which is going to be our pigment, our eyeshadow, or makeup palette, you know. So first, we're going to take this color right here, and it's going to be our contour color. So we're going to go through and we're going to contour our whole face like that. And we're just going to go in and, you know, just contour everything. Just like that. Up into the eyebrows. Don't worry if it gets into the eyebrow. You're doing something different with your eyebrow laters. But yeah. Should look a little something like that. One side looks darker because one side of my room is much darker than the other. So I promise that it's all the same color. And then you're going to run down your cheek just like that. Arch it, start arching like where the tip of your nose is. Like break that arch right there and make sure it starts going down. That's usually how I do it, and that's how I remember to do it. And then blend it out. And then this part goes up. Just like that. If you want to, you can use the technique where you suck your cheeks in, but I don't prefer that technique, so I'm not going to do it. This is all the same color, by the way. So, yeah. Thought I'd put that out there, that it's all the same. My cheeks are very asymmetrical, so one cheek always comes out either looking higher or lower than the other. But it's okay because in the end you can't really tell because the makeup looks even on the same side. So, you know, you might enhance this side, make it a little out there a little more, since, you know, you really want these to match as much as possible. Just like that. And then I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna contour out, and you're gonna make a small triangle on your chin. It's gonna look a little weird like a beard, but I rhymed. It'll look fine in the end. See? Now when it gets down here, I do like to do that. And, you know, just kind of connect it, because that's fun. And then we're going to take it, and we're going to outline this part of our temple, just like that. We're going to blend that into the hairline. I promise you that this step works. It's easy, but it's not very easy to get out of your hairline. You might be stuck for a day with, like, it in your hairline, but it's alright. It's all good. It's all good. And, of course, this side of my face is completely different than the other side, so I'm just going to blend that out a bit more. Just make sure that that looks even, and it looks good. Yeah. And then we're going to do a triangle. This time, it's like almost like your chin is pointing and your forehead is pointing at your chin, and your chin is pointing at your forehead, because we're going to make another triangle right here. You know, connect those to your temple contours. Just like that. And now you have the base of your werewolf. Perfect. If you want to, you can just go in with your finger and blend it a little bit. I do that with a lot of the looks I do. I think it helps really even everything out. So next, we're going to take this dark color right here, and we're going to deepen the eyebrows. For some reason, every picture I pulled up of a werewolf, if they had eyebrows, they seem to be very dark and bushy. So that's the effect we're going for, and that's why we're using pigment instead of grease paint, because grease paint will slick back your eyebrows, but pigment will not. And you can really floof up your eyebrow with the pigment and brush. Just like that. See, we're looking like a werewolf already. And of course, I'm going to take that same thing and I'm just gonna put it on my lips. Not the outside, but more of like the inner corners and like inner part of your lip. That was very awkward and silent, but it's fine. Alright. Last thing for the base. Werewolves, they don't sleep. They're out all night because, you know, they like the moon and stuff. We're going to take this color right here and we're going to give ourselves some eye bags. I already have very prominent eye bags. We're just going to make them even more out there. Because just like a werewolf, I don't sleep and I'm a caffeine fiend. That kind of rhymed. But yeah. Look at that. Eye bags. Alright, and then once you're done with that, if you want to, you can like take like one of your darker colors and like darken it. That's usually what I do. I don't take very much of it, but I just take a little bit, just enough to really put it in there. Yes. And now you have eye bags. Perfect. Alright, once you're done with that, we're going to open up our pigments. Pigments, not pigments. Other thing, grease paint. And we're going to start off with the dark paints, the black paints. So we're going to take your black. I'm going to start with this because I'm going to mix the orange and the black at the bottom to make a brown. So yes, I'm taking black and orange and mixing them to make a brown. And hopefully, if all goes well, I'll have a nice, lovely brown to work with. And, you know, if not, it's all good. We can just use blacks on oranges, which will give the same effect. So hopefully, with enough courage and enough bravery, I can get a brown. Which I think I'm going to be able to do. That looks a little bit on the gray side. But you know, that's okay, because it looks pretty brown to me. Okay. My phone just did something. I don't know what it did, but it's okay, because hopefully you heard me. So we're going to take this brown, and we're going to make little fuzz lines on your contour. It's going to look a little thick, but it's okay because we're going to go in with a smaller brush and do darker outlines. I don't know what to say during this, and like it's very awkward just being silent. So hello! Anyway. It doesn't have to be perfect. I cannot stress that enough, because I also struggle with being a perfectionist. So, like, the sides, they don't have to be perfect. They just have to be good enough to look like fuzz. Like, just scoop it up a little bit. You know, if you want to, just rub it out with your finger if you don't like how it looks. That's what I just did. You know, I'm just gonna take it over here, blend it out just like that. you know? We're gonna start looking real fuzzy in a minute. But that's how we want to look. That is exactly how we want to look. Okay. So we're basically covering this whole thing in brown. Everything you've contoured will start going brown. Will have brown layers on top of them. My hair is going to cover some of this. If you have hair that covers it, you can either do this to it or not. It's okay if you don't want to. But, yeah. That's just what I have decided to do. 'Cause, you know. Perfect. Pardon that interruption. My phone just completely blanked out. But that's okay, because we had left off on the chin, and that is what we are finishing right now. And, you know. Hopefully nothing keeps malfunctioning, because, you know. But I'm gonna end up editing the videos anyway. So if anything was unfortunately missed out, I will just write it on the video and you guys will be able to go from the explanation. But after that, just gonna take a little bit of it and put it on your nose. Just like that. Just using the same technique, same brown, same everything. And after you're done with that, take just a little bit, not a lot, but take a little bit and just put it in your eyebrow. You want it to look very big and bushy, but not enough to slick it back. Because sometimes that happens with grease paint. Yeah, but, you know, just kind of lift it upward with the grease paint. And it should start turning out. Just like that. That looks perfect, almost. Okay, so once again, issue with my phone. I think that I fixed it, so it shouldn't do anything, but of course we left off at the eyebrows. Now we're moving into the other thing, which will be taking our black right here. You do not need these two. These two up here are like some like zombie face paint and something else. I don't know. But you just need this one down here, and we're going to start on the nose. We're just going to bring it up. Just like that. And we're going to make like a V shape going up into the rest of everything. Just like that. And of course you can bring it down into your actual nose. Give it a little bit of a detail. I accidentally messed that up, but it's okay. Give yourself a little detail, you know? Make sure to fix everything up. Just like that. And there you go, you got your werewolf face. And then take this part, just fix it out, just like that. No, take some on your lip and put some on your lip. Just like that. Make sure not to get it on your teeth, because I do that all the time. Very embarrassing. Woo! Okay. So now that we have this portion done, I'm going to take the smaller brush. We're going to go into some detailing on some parts of the face. These are just for smaller details. So scrunch up just like that, and we're going to do the same thing we did for Dobby, and we're going to outline this part of our face. give ourselves a little bit of that. And then of course blend it out to whatever you want. I don't care. That's as much as I'm gonna blend out. And once we have that done, we're going to take this brush right here that we used to blend. We're going to use the side that we didn't blend on. We're going to take our red grease paint, and we're going to just put that, and then just kind of drizzle it down, just like that. And you know, I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm just going to drizzle it down my neck, just like that. And then, once you have that done, you're done!